Sarah's here with me today, navigating things. Super grateful. Grayson's playing with Leah. They're doing Chuck. It's wonderful. I brought the greenhouse out. Okay, great. I'm gonna do more blower stuff. I'm emotionally ready. My sensory system's ready. I did all the things. That video comes later. Guess what I did though? You know how I forget where my coffee is all the time? Remember how I just edited that video where I was like, I regret that. I fixed it. I regret that it blew into the house. Guess what I missed? Yeah, I was like, okay, I'll sweep that up later. Where's my coffee? You know how I forget where my coffee is? Mm-hmm. It was in the greenhouse. Ugh! And it's 1:52 and I know it's too late to start a new cup of coffee because that's commitment. That's too much caffeine, but if it was finishing the rest of one, it'd be different. Like a little kid with show and tell when Shane got home. I was like, do you want to see what we did in the garden? We found a patio. My dad came home and literally it's like that vibe's like, I'm like a little kid, like, Dad, look what I did. He came out, he's like, oh, this is beautiful. I'm like, I know. I'm so proud of ourselves. I'm so tired. He's like, I'm tired just looking at it. I was like, I can't even move my neck, but I touched dirt. And I'm grateful that Shane and Sarah were both there to witness it. We cleaned off the patio, and at one point I looked down, and there's the biggest, fattest worm I've ever seen. And instead of having the physiological reaction where my nervous system responded like it was being held at gunpoint of like, oh, God, I literally was like, oh, it was our first worm. Like the heartfelt moment I had for a worm, that shit hit different. Shane was like, well, that's a very different response from normal. And I was like, I know, I identify as a gardener. And then he talked about splitting it in half and fishing. And I was like, stop saying words. I was like, I ain't there yet. I understand the theory of what worms can do. He's like, well, just split it in half. You have two worms. I'm like, oh. That's when I was like, stop ruining nature. I don't want to talk about how they could be two people, how they could be two worms. You can't talk about how one worm's become two. And then I was like, I'll move it in a minute because it didn't have gloves on. And then Sarah's like, well, I'll get it. And she tried to like pick it up with a pen or a stick or something. And I was like, don't hurt the worm. Use your fingers. I made that woman pick up a worm. And I was like, I know that I'm telling you to pick up a worm, but I won't touch it yet because I don't have gloves on. So like, I understand that I'm encouraging you to do something that I'm not quite ready to do. But like, thank you. She did it. I don't know where that worm is, but he's probably hopefully finding my compost pile. I'm trying to get things done before the rain comes because, you know, I'm a gardener. I don't know. Oh, God, everything hurts. Show and tell. This is the yard that we've never used. Right now, this little hallway is storage. My husband's collecting pallets for me, and he brought this one, or for us, but he brought this one home yesterday, and I was like, that's the most beautiful free piece of wood I've ever seen. This being the other side of it, might not pull it apart, might actually make it a vertical planter for lettuces. I can't. And there's a second one. And then behind that one's even prettier. And then that, well, that's a Halloween art project, if you can't tell. These are torn half apart because we're going to make our flower beds out of them. Those ones too. But then this, okay, I can't wait till you see the videos. Look at this patio I found yesterday with my cousin Sarah and my husband. That's my potting shed that's been not in use. This was all overgrown and we didn't even know what it looked like. This is the magnolia that's going to come down. I want to figure out how to preserve as much of that tree as I can because it's gorgeous. That's all dead and I'm unbelievably sad. This is a pile of sticks. Oh my gosh. How about the fact that I'm trying to figure out how to compost and I'm obsessed with the theory of it. I'm under the impression there is a shit ton of worms in there, and there. And we found a pond that is not in use, like just left it. Saved all the wood fencing so I can use it for decor. That whole side I'm still clearing out. We found a balcony that we haven't addressed yet. Look at the fish. I'm obsessed with this. And Grayson's like, I think my island's in trouble. I can't. I love that. But this whole area, we're going to put in a kitchen. We're going to put in seating, all the fun stuff. But harvesting the stuff back here, it's like, whose house is this?